Hello, my divine souls. Welcome to Spiritual Bloom, where we bloom within our consciousness, with your spiritual guide and Twinflame coach, Neha. In today's episode, we will be talking about forgiveness in the Twinflame journey. How to forgive your twin flame in situations where it seems so hard. Have you ever wondered why forgiveness feels so difficult, not just in twin flame journey, even in other situations? Why someone who is supposed to be your divine counterpart can trigger your deepest wounds, your greatest heartbreak, and your most intense emotional pain? And why, despite everything that has happened, your soul keeps pulling you towards healing rather than revenge? Now, in twin flame journey, forgiveness is not just about the other person. It is about reclaiming your energy, restoring your inner peace, and aligning with your higher self. So, one of the most greatest misconception in this journey is that the journey is all about love, romance, and magical synchronicities. But the reality is completely different, because your true twin flame acts like your spiritual mirror. They reflect not only your beauty and strength, but also your hidden wounds, insecurities, and fears. Many people, they enter this connection expecting unconditional love and a dreamy love story from the other person. Instead, they end up facing disappointment, abandonment wounds, rejection, feeling unworthy, childhood trauma, and deep emotional pain. Why does this happen? This happens because this journey is a path of spiritual awakening, and the purpose is simply not just to find a lover, a romantic partner, but the purpose is to find yourself. And your twin flame becomes the catalyst, the mirror, the trigger, the soul who unknowingly exposes everything that is not aligned with your authentic self. And when these wounds surface, pain often follows. This is where forgiveness becomes necessary, not because your pain wasn't real, not because the other person did not hurt you, because healing cannot occur while you have resentment in your heart. And resentment is a very dangerous thing. Now, let's clarify something very important. We have to know the difference between forgiveness and acceptance. Now, forgiveness here, I don't mean approving any harmful behavior, toxic behavior, ignoring healthy boundaries, returning to unhealthy situations, or pretending as if nothing happened, allowing repeated disrespect. This is not forgiveness. Many people, they resist forgiveness because they believe it means excusing the other person's action. It's not excusing the other person's action. Forgiveness means what? It simply means releasing the emotional burden that you have been carrying for so long. Think of resentment as holding a burning coal. Okay? Think that resentment is you are holding a burning coal in your hand. You may believe you are holding it for someone else, but you are the one who is being burned in that entire process. Because resentment is burning your heart, is bleeding your heart chakra. So forgiveness is not saying that what the other person did to me was okay. Forgiveness is, I refuse to carry this pain any longer. You refuse to carry that pain any longer without any resentment. Now, this distinction is crucial in this journey because many people remain energetically stuck in separation due to unresolved anger and resentment, which is very dangerous. Healing begins when we choose liberation over attachment to suffering. Now, why am I talking about forgiveness in this journey? And why is it essential during separation? As we all know that separation is the most painful phase in this journey. This is where many people they experience rejection, sudden endings, ghosting, emotional distance, confusion, silence. You don't know where this journey is heading. You feel like your counterpart has left you. And your ego during that situation naturally asks you that how could they do this to me? Why were they so mean to me? Why did they abandon me? And why would someone who loves me so much leave me? And when you ask these questions, I can understand how it feels. But eventually, when you go deeper, a deeper question emerges. When you heal, when you walk through this journey, a deeper question emerges, and that question is, what is this experience trying to teach me? Because separation is often less about punishment and more about preparation. It forces both individuals to confront their inner wounds independently. However, when your anger dominates the healing process, growth becomes delayed. You're delaying your own journey, you're delaying your own reunion, you're delaying your own union because you are sitting in resentment instead of forgiving that person, moving on and healing. Now, moving on, I don't mean moving on from that dynamic or moving on from your journey. Moving on means moving on from that person's behavior, because you have to understand that if you were a distorted feminine, or if you were a distorted masculine, your counterpart is also distorted and going through healing. That's why instead of carrying resentment in your heart, you have to let it go and move forward. Because when you carry anger and resentment, you are delaying your own journey. And many twins unknowingly they stay energetically connected to pain because they continuously replay the old stories in their mind. The mind revisits the hurt or how they treated you, and your heart reopens the wound, and your energy it remains trapped. Now, how will you come out of this cycle? You can come out of this cycle when you remove that resentment, that hatred, and come into forgiveness. And when you come into forgiveness, it allows movement and transformation. It allows your soul to evolve beyond victimhood. You are no more in victim mentality. Now, forgiving your twin flame, I know it's very difficult, especially the way they have treated you or the way they have ghosted you. It feels so hard, especially if you have experienced betrayal, deception, abandonment, or emotional neglect. But you have to consider that your twin is also a human. They also have fears, they have traumas, they have wounds, and they are navigating the same intense spiritual awakening but from a different level of consciousness. They are also in the same journey. Like I told you, if you were distorted, even they are distorted, even they are going through cycles. So you have to consider that, and when you come into consideration, you can start forgiving your counterpart. Because many runners in this journey, they don't run because they don't care. They run because the connection forces them to confront those wounded part of themselves that they are not yet ready to face. And their behavior may still be hurtful. But understanding the source of that behavior can soften the heart. Now, the source is what? Understanding the source of their behavior means what? The source is that they are also going through a spiritual awakening. They are also breaking karmic cycles. They are also distorted. They are not divine. They are distorted. To come into divine, it will take a lot of time for them, just like it took time for you. Now, forgiveness begins when we realize that the wounded people often wound others. Hurt people hurt people. You have heard that. There's a very famous quote, no? Hurt people hurt people. The people who are hurt often hurt the other people. So, when your counterpart is hurt, is wounded, how do you expect them not to bleed on you? Of course they will. But since you are the leader of the journey, since you know the dynamic about the journey, you know you were also distorted once upon a time, and maybe you still are, you're still on your healing journey. How can you judge the other person? Don't carry any aggressive judgments about your counterpart in this journey. You have to be very patient and very forgiving. You have to be extremely forgiving. Now, I don't mean that you have to tolerate their disrespectful behavior. I meant create a distance from them, but at the same time, don't hate them, because even they are humans. They have also come into this universe, this place, to fulfill their journey, to come out of the karmic cycles. Again, I don't mean, this does not justify their actions. It simply helps us to see the bigger picture. You have to be the bigger person because you are the leader. You're the leader of this journey. So you have to have a bigger heart. You have to be the bigger person. Now, forgiveness sounds like what? When you want to forgive your counterpart, you have to understand that, they were acting from their wounds. You have a certain expectation that your divine counterpart will behave a certain way, and when they don't behave in that way, you face disappointment. And you carry so much burden in this journey. So you need to free yourself from that burden. You have to free yourself from those expectations. And when you free yourself from those expectations, from those burdens, and understand your counterpart equally, that they are also in the same journey, and show some compassion, you will be free from that burden, and you can forgive easily. And when you forgive easily, you free yourself. Now, it's not just about forgiving your counterpart also. Sometimes what happens is, in this twin journey, many people, they struggle to forgive themselves. They start blaming themselves. They, for all that is happening, or all the pain that they are going through because of their counterpart, sometimes what happens, they just don't blame their counterpart, they also blame themselves, and it becomes hard for them to forgive themselves. Now, how they blame themselves? They blame by, thinking that they are chasing too much, or they're ignoring the red flags, or they're staying in the situation for too long, losing themselves in the journey. And they start replaying conversation, analyzing this, decisions. And some people, they wonder that what they could have done differently. But remember that healing in this journey requires self-compassion. Before you show compassion to your counterpart, you have to be compassionate towards yourself. The version of you who made those choices was doing the best they could with the awareness they had at that time. When you enter this journey, you are hardly aware about anything. So when you act a certain way, or run, or chase, or do anything, don't judge yourself for that. So, in order to forgive your counterpart, first you have to forgive yourself. Because every teacher was once a student. So when you enter this journey, you had no knowledge about this. So stop blaming your behavior or your patterns for being a certain way. Instead, come into self-forgiveness, and then understand the situation of your counterpart and also forgive them and free yourself from that burden. Because at that time, you were also learning. You are still growing. You are still learning. We all are still awakening. But the difference is that you are not the same person now. And this journey is not about perfection. It is not about perfection at all. Just throw that idea out of your head. It is only about evolution. Each growth, each day, each second, each hour, whatever you learn, whatever energy you put into yourself through your art, music, cooking, healing, talking good things, giving donations, helping people, helping animals, planting a tree, being kind to children, being kind to your parents, being kind to your family members, even though they are not good to you. All that small thing counts in this journey. So it's not about perfection, it's about your growth. And forgive yourself for what you didn't know, for the lessons that came through pain. because we all are humans. We are not perfect. And when self-forgiveness occurs, your vibration rises, your confidence returns, and your inner peace deepens through your inner work. Because you both people, both counterparts are going through transformation, going through this intense journey. This journey is very hard and very difficult. It is not for the faint-hearted, I'm telling you. So if the universe, if the divine has chosen you for this journey, that means you have the strength to forgive yourself, forgive your counterpart, forgive people around you, who has put you through things, miserable days, give you traumas. That's why you are a twin, and that is what your purpose is. To raise the vibration through forgiveness, through love, through compassion. On a soul level, forgiveness is an act of liberation. Every unresolved emotional wound creates energetic cords, and these cords, they keep us attached to people, situation, and experiences from the past. Many people, they believe they cannot move forward because they still love their twin flame. In reality, what happens is, what keeps them stuck is not love. What keeps them stuck is that pain. Love liberates, and pain, it imprisons you. But forgiveness dissolves the energetic charge around the old wounds. The memory may still remain. The hard days, the dark days may still remain, but the emotional suffering begins to fade. Eventually, what happens is, you think about the experience without reliving it. And this is healing. This is the spiritual maturity when you gain after you forgive your counterpart, after you forgive yourself. Now how do you know that you are ready to forgive, or how do you know that you have forgiven the other person? When you forgive your counterpart, you will notice that you have no more desire to blame anyone. You are not obsessed with the past. You are more compassionate. You focus on your own growth. You have emotional maturity and stability. And you desire peace. Your peace becomes the most important thing in your life. Now, many twins, they spend years waiting for closure, waiting for explanations, accountability, and waiting for someone to finally say that I'm sorry. That does not happen. Because the healing begins when your peace no longer depends on another person's actions, closure, or accountability. Now, I want to share a very simple but a powerful exercise as to how you can forgive your twin, your counterpart. Or if you are not in a twin flame journey, how to forgive any person who has really hurted you. Go into a very quiet, dark place. Close your eyes. Take deep breaths. And visualize your twin standing before you. Imagine a thin cord is connecting your hearts. And silently say in your mind, or you can say it loudly if you want, that I acknowledge the lessons we shared. I acknowledge the pain we experienced. I release all resentment. I release all expectations. I forgive you. I forgive myself. I choose peace. I choose healing, and I choose freedom. And imagine a golden light surrounding you both. See the pain dissolving, see the lessons remaining. Repeat this practice whenever your emotions arise. Whenever you feel resentment or anger towards your counterpart, you can repeat this part in this video whenever you feel like you need to practice this. Now, many people they ask, does forgiving your twin flame guarantee physical union? Let me be very clear. The answer is no. Forgiveness is not a technique to make someone return. It is not a manifestation strategy. Forgiveness is for you to free yourself from burden. It allows both the individuals to evolve when you are not dependent on each other for forgiveness or waiting for the other person to apologize. Whether union occurs physically or not, forgiveness always leads to a deeper union within yourself. You achieve inner union. You achieve union with the divine. And that inner union is the foundation of every healthy relationship. So remember, forgiveness is not just about the other person. If you really are in self-love and really love yourself, you will forgive yourself first. And then you will also forgive your counterpart. Because just as you are a human, they are also a human. And even they are going through transformations. And the journey is also very difficult, just as yours. So if you like this episode on forgiveness in a twin flame journey, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. For any kind of personal guidance, you can WhatsApp or email me. My contact details have been given in the description box and mentioned in the video. I provide 10 to 15 minutes demo session before booking any counseling or guidance sessions. I'm really grateful to you all for supporting me, for liking my videos, for commenting on it. I just request each and every one of you, if you're listening to this video today, please support and help me, because I really want to be a part of your soul journey. I want to help you out and not, I just want to be a part of that family, even if there are less people. Quality over quantity. So when you like my videos or you comment on it or subscribe to my channel, we create an energetic exchange. I provide you knowledge, I provide you energy, and by liking or appreciating it through likes, through comments, we are exchanging energy. I'm not forcing you to like my videos or subscribe. Do it only when you feel that it is helpful to you. So I thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me. I'll see you again in another episode.